Well, aloha, friends. Yeah, let me see. I want to make sure my mic was working. But thanks for coming, everybody. It is great to meet with all of you here today. We're going to be featuring the island of Vanuatu. And in Vanuatu, they don't say aloha, they say hello. Yeah, that's a nice one. But it is good to see everybody. Hope that you are having a good week. And this is the School Talk Story with Dr. T show, also known as Ukulele Dad. And I'm going to post up here in the chat too much information for you. But let me see here. So up here we've got a Facebook group as well as a Google Drive where you'll find the music for this show. So please take a look. Also, if you forgot, this show is brought to you by the National Pacific Islander Education Network, also known as NPINE. So make sure you take a look there. Yeah, I think I have too many announcements. I lost my person there. Maybe they had to go do something. And then later on, we're going to do our self care talanoa or talk story. So you'll need to know this information right here as well, everybody. So take a look at all that. It's a lot of stuff for you to remember. But let us go to the beautiful island of Vanuatu. So let me take you to this beautiful picture here of Vanuatu. Wow, that's amazing. Huh? Isn't that nice? Yeah. And this is the flag of Vanuatu. Very nice. And then a map of the islands there. So that kind of gives you an idea of the many islands there of Vanuatu. Let me just share some information for you. So Vanuatu is known as the Republic of Vanuatu. And the capital of Vanuatu is Port Vila. Vanuatu is part of Melanesia, and they speak the following languages: Bislama, English, and French. Aloha to you, frozen forever. Always a pleasure. Yep, je ne parle pas français. I don't speak much French. But very interesting. But let me see, about 98% of the population are from Vanuatu. And then the rest of the population are Europeans, Asians, and other Pacific Islanders. It's interesting to note there are a number of our friends from Vietnam there. And the population is 335,000. There are 83 islands. It is east of Australia, northeast of New Caledonia, east of New Guinea, southeast of the Solomon Islands, and to the west of Fiji. But again, this is a map of the many islands there. Let me move. Okay. But that shows you again, there's Port Vila there is the capital. But these are all the islands of Vanuatu. And then this is their beautiful flag. And this is what the islands look like. Yeah, beautiful. Wow. So again, everybody, this is all part of, take some time, everybody, to again explore all these different islands and get to know them because too many times we hear about my people from Polynesia, the Samoans, Hawaiians, Tongans, etc., Tahitians. But there are many other islands, and Melanesia is one part, and Vanuatu is one of the many islands there. We'll take some time right now to look up the music for ukulele class, which we'll be getting to in a second. Just let me show you the following. I'm going to go to the NPINE Facebook group. So let me see if I can find that here. So get ready, everybody. All right, so that should take you to the Facebook group. Just want to let you know we do a short show called Aloha Music and Mindfulness every Monday from 11 to 11:15 a.m. That is Pacific time. And it says on Zoom, but we're going to be moving to YouTube. So here's the YouTube channel. So find this again on our Facebook group. And then coming up this coming Tuesday will be our November Ohana night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I think by then we're going to be on Pacific Standard Time because we're on Pacific Daylight right now. But it will be at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue in the city of Lakewood, California. We will stream this on Twitch, so join us on Twitch that evening. And again, we'll be sharing some music for Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and El Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. So please join us, and this is our show right there. Finally, down here you can see the links. We had our Empine Annual Conference this past Saturday, so you can check this out on YouTube. This is part 2. There's Miss Lani right there. Aloha to you, Lani. And here's part 1 here. It is kind of a long event, but check it out. You'll see Morris High School is one of the schools that performs, and they helped us to host this conference. It's in San Diego, California. But we had 4 other schools that performed. Morris High School students also did a fantastic presentation on the Chamorro culture and dances and music. And we also had some guest speakers too. So check this out, everybody. All right. Well, that's enough of that. That's your long talk story for today. But again, check those announcements, and I think you'll really like it, everybody. So let's see here. I went over that. So it is ukulele class time. And we are doing the same song that we did last week because this is to help us get ready for gobble gobble time, Thanksgiving. All right. So again, here is our song. It is called Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And like I said, we did work on this last week, so hopefully you've memorized it. All right. But here we go. So last week we did learn 2 chords. So I'm going to move the beautiful island of Vanuatu, sorry friends, for a few seconds, but we'll come back later. Yeah, that's so you can see me a little better. But in this song, we have 3 chords. And again, the chord is where you put your fingers on the instrument. Okay. So those of you out there, make sure you find your instrument. Again, we strum the instrument with our right hand. And then we use our left hand to put our fingers down. So this is finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then here we have the frets 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to tell you in a minute to put your third finger on string number 4, fret number 3. And each of the strings, this is string 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each of the strings has a name. So string 1 is G, string 2 is C, string 3 is E, and string 4 is A. G, C, E, A. We also call that my dog has fleas. Okay. So that's how you can remember how to tune your instrument, everybody. Yeah, the other way you can get these, yep, they have these apps. You can just go on Google and look it up. I mean, you can tune your instrument very easy these days. So again, third finger will go on string 4, fret 3. So third finger, string 4, fret number 3, everybody. So let's try it. Third finger, string 4, fret 3. That's it. Strum it. And the strum is down, up. That is one strum. Down, up. All right, so that's chord number one. Chord number two is the D7 chord. So this is what we call the D7 simple chord. We won't do complicated today. But you'll notice your first finger is on string one and second finger is on string number three, fret two. So let's try it. First finger string one, second finger string three. That's it. Perfect. And then finally is the G chord. So this is a little harder for you, everybody, because we have three fingers on this. So first finger is on string two, second, I'm sorry, first finger on string two, second finger string four, and third finger is on string three. So it forms the upside down triangle, G. All right. So first finger string two, second string four, third string three. Perfect. So look at the last page of our song. We have the ending. We have G2. So you'll see a two there. That means strum it twice. G2. And then we have C. That means strum it once. G. Strum it once. D7. Two. Then we have G. Two. One. So one, two, and one. So when you see that one, it's like a single strum. Yeah. All right, so that's the ending. Let's take a look at the introduction, okay? So we're going to do this two times and then we'll start into our song. Verse one, we do the cow. Verse two, we do the chick. And verse three, we do the turkey. And the turkey says, gobble, gobble. Okay, so here we go. Introduction. G, E7, G, 2, 3, 4. Again, G, E7, G, verse 1. Old MacDonald in the farm, yep, and this farm had a cow, a bull, and a farm. Yeah, verse 2. Old MacDonald had a farm, this farm had a chick. Oh, a clock, clock here and a clock, clock there. Clock there, a clock everywhere, a clock, clock. Old MacDonald had a farm. Verse 3. Old MacDonald had a farm. Farm, a turkey. Okay, turn the page, and we're going to be on G, four strums, with a quack, 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 a gobble, gobble here, and a gobble there. Here, gobble there, gobble everywhere, gobble, gobble. Old MacDonald had the ending G, C, G, E7, G. Yeah, I got mixed up there because I was doing too much quack quack and cluck and all that. Yep. So that is again Old MacDonald the turkey version. So everybody keep practicing that. You can do it. That's a nice song, simple song. So you can do it. All right. Well, friends, we're going to do a little talk story here. So our first talk story, we are going to talk about the word fellowship. And then I've got a song I want to share with you, and I want to dedicate this to all of our friends who are suffering now in Jamaica, in Haiti, Cuba, and in those areas. But we have a song for all of you. Yep, it is very tough right now. But let me just share with you about the topic of fellowship. So, everybody, this is a time where we take a nice deep breath through our stomach and out. and in and out. So just keep breathing nice and slow and stretch out as I share the following thought with you, everybody. Fellowship means to spend time one with another, with other humans. Wow. Fellowship can lift us up, bring us encouragement, and helps us to grow together. It also gives us a sense of community, also known as the village. Yeah. It helps us to know that we truly are not alone in the world. Yeah, even on virtual, we can be together. So, everybody, ask yourselves what can I do to build community, to strengthen the village? What can I do to help others? So, that is kind of our thought for today, everybody, on fellowship. And our next thought is related to this song, We Are the World, everybody. This was first sung in 1985. It was due to, there was a famine in Africa. So this song was created to raise funds again to help all the people there. And we had a lot of people sing this song. It was by Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson. Let me name some of the names here. We've got Quincy Jones, Kenny Loggins, Huey Lewis, Cyndi Lauper. We have Tina Turner, Billy Joel, Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross. Wow, look at all these names here. Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, there are a lot of people participated in this. This was also sung ironically in 2010 for the earthquake in Haiti. But I sing this again for our friends in Haiti, in Jamaica, and in Cuba. Okay, so here we go, everybody. Okay. There comes a time when we hear a certain call, when the world must come together as one. It's time to lend a hand to life. Greatest of all. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who brighten. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. That's day, just with me. And go on till the day someone, somewhere will make a change. We are we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones brighter day. So let's start living. There's a choice we can live. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. Mahalo, friends. And again, that is for all of the people out there who are suffering right now. It's tough out there. Yep, even in America, it's tough right now. But again, we are the world, everybody. Come together. Well, friends, I'm going to share another thought, and then I'm going to share a song for, yes, Valentine's. It's coming up. Yeah, it is a coming up. But let me pull up this chart here. I think I can pull this up on our screen. Let me see here. But this is the chart that we like to share with everybody out there. So I'm going to move out of the way. But look there, we have green, yellow, orange, and red. So this chart describes our stress levels, everybody. So just kind of ask yourself, where am I at? Green, yellow, orange, or red? And if you are in orange or red, yep, you need to get some help from some folks, okay? So here we have in the chat, we have the CalHope live chat. You can go on this website. We have the 833 number. The 415 number is our Pacific Islander Wellness friends. And then, friends, if you are in the red and it's just not going too good, please dial the lifeline, everybody. 988, that is the lifeline. All right. But here is our other thought for today, everybody. So this thought comes to us, and it says, it talks about time, the topic of time. It says, time is all of the capital in the world. Yeah, how about that? It says, if we use time properly, it brings us that which will add to our comfort, our convenience, and our satisfaction. So it says, let us consider this and no longer sit with hands folded, waiting for more time. Yeah, this last part was actually by Brigham Young, who was Brigham Young University, named after Brigham Young. Isn't that funny? So ask yourself the following: do we waste time? Okay. Also, do we know what to do with too much time? Yeah, maybe sleep. Do we have time for everything? And then ask yourself the following: what am I going to do to again make better use of our time? So consider planning. Make a list of the things you got to do. Consider taking time to reflect. Set some priorities, everybody. And then act. Go forward, everybody. And then report back. You don't have to report back to the captain, but report back to yourself and evaluate and say, well, let me go over my agenda. What did I do? Yep, you can do it, everybody. You can do that. And then lastly, I wanted to bring to you our 50 ways to take a break. So I'm going to move our stress level chart here. Okay. And some of you have seen our chart here, but these are our 50 ways to take a break. So today we have 3 areas I wanted to go over. All right, the first one is to color. Yeah, I like coloring. It's very good. Really helps me to relax. The other reason I color is some of you know back in 2018 I had a stroke, so it really helps me to get my brain back. Okay. So consider coloring with crayons. I like the colored pencil better. Next is to make some music. Yeah, that's a good way to take a break. And if you don't play an instrument, sing or just listen to some. This is a good one, but be careful. It says to climb a tree. Yeah, so don't fall down, everybody. But that's another good way, again, to get into nature. Well, let me share with you our next song, and we're getting ready to wrap up this show. Good work. But our next song is for Halloween. So I don't know about in your neighborhood, but yeah, it's pretty scary around here. We got a lot of skeletons and ghosts. Yeah, a lot of pumpkins too. Yeah, all over my street. But this song comes to us from the Addams Family. Yeah, some of you may have seen that show or the movie. It is by Vic Mizzy, no relation to me. Okay, so this one calls you to snap. So get your snapper ready. Here we go. together, mysterious and spooky. They're all together, keep the Adams family. Their house is a museum. Oh, come to see him. They really love this for him. Adams family. Neat, sweet, petite. They're creepy and they're cookie, mysterious and spooky. They're all together, cookie. The Adams family. Their house is a museum. People come to see them. They really are a spooky. Adams family. All right, how's your snapper? Because some people don't know how to snap, so they'll just go boop, boop. Well, speaking of boop, boop, I've got a big boop here. Coming up in the next few weeks, I'm going to teach you about this is called the baritone ukulele. It's a lot bigger, huh? And it has different strings. Yeah, so it tunes differently than your regular. This is known as soprano ukulele, but this is the baritone. So I'll be teaching you some baritone ukulele chords. So those baritone players out there, get ready. Again, the strings are different, the fingering's different, so you can't use it on the soprano ukulele, but I will teach you a little bit about this, and then all of our baritone players get ready. If you want to, again, pick up the baritone, it's much bigger compared to the soprano. Yeah, look at that. But if you're interested in the baritone, we'll try to get you going here. All right. Well, let me see. For school talk, we're pretty much done. Just take some time to watch on YouTube the annual Pine Education Conference. I know you'll like it. And let me see. Let me show you our final pictures here. Yeah, next week we will be back at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, we'll be back on Pacific Standard Time next week. But again, grateful to talk about Vanuatu and Melanesia, our island there. There's their flag. There's the map. And then I'm going to show you this final scene of Vanuatu. So in Vanuatu, they say hello means hello. And then goodbye in Vanuatu, they say ta ta. Yeah, interesting. All right, so not too difficult to speak their language, maybe for those words. So here we go, everybody. This is our final Aloha or ta ta song. Aloha, Hawaii, Neos, from Guam, Mariana Islands. Ta ta, Vanuatu, goodbye, Aloha, Timutunga, Airera, from the Cook Islands, Airera, from New Zealand, Aotearoa, Yahweh from the Marshall Islands, Me'ikum from Palau, Mothe, Fiji, Nana from Tahiti, and Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Thanks. It's great to see everybody out there. Good to see you, Frusen Forever. And again, take some aloha to the world, everybody. We could use a lot more out there in today's world. And please, aloha to our friends in Haiti, also in Jamaica and Cuba and all of those surrounding areas. Well, again, aloha, friends. Take care.